Well, I think I'm going to repeat myself for those who follow my Facebook page. And if you do, thank you for that. And if you saw the post, thank you for that. And if you commented or liked it, thank you for that. If you didn't, I think I'll just say it was something that was kind of on my mind. I was, I do a lot of, we'll call them legacy acts, and that is older acts that have been in the industry a long time. I do sound for a lot of those. Another nice way of saying casino acts, right? I do a lot of casino shows, and these are, whatever, artists that were big in the 70s or 80s or, whatever, now even 90s. But anyway, I digress. And that's really cool because you get to work with some of the really formative and influential people. I mean, people who've carved out careers longer than my lifespan. And that's really, I think, quite a privilege. But that's not where the talk's going. I mean, it's really easy, and it's been a pretty rough 3 or 4 months. I think my wife pointed out to me the other day that I've been home like 10 days in the last 3 months. And when they put a number out there that they're counting, right? So it wasn't a guess.
Not that I'm counting, but 10.
But it's exactly 10.
Yeah.
And so, that just kind of tells you how my last few months have been going, and one gig runs into the next, and it's just a blur, and it gets exhausting, and it's hard to really even be focused on the task, let alone really appreciate that, privilege of being in the presence of greatness. But for this particular TED Talk, I want to talk about all of us and our gigs, whether you're doing them 6-7 days a week or 2 or 3 days a week or 1 a week or 2 a month. It doesn't matter. After you do this long enough, it's really easy to think about a gig as a gig. And I sort of have pondered that as I've been a guest, again, this summer at my daughter's wedding and that sort of thing, to think like, is this the photographer, did a great job. The DJ did a great job, but I walked a mile in their shoes too, right? Is this just they just checked it off, and as soon as on their drive home, they're thinking about the next one, right? Mm-hmm. And I think, we all do that because we're professionals and we're trying to be in the moment for the next client, right? Well, at this particular show, in the back of the room, we noticed kind of this little impromptu parking lot of like rascal scooters, whatever you call them, the mobility scooters, because they people were basically parking them in the back of the room, mm-hmm. And they were doing so with pretty great efficiency. I was pretty impressed. I'm like, wow, those are highly maneuverable. I was thinking I got to get one of these, but then they get off the scooter and you watch these people make their way to their seats. And some of them, it was really a difficult process. It was very apparent why they had the scooter, right?
Sure.
Sometimes it was a 2 or 3 person job, to get them to their seat. And I thought, man, going out must be a hard thing, right? This just the whole concept of, they left home and they got in the car and they get to the scooter and they go to the casino, mm-hmm. and like you start thinking about like what that process is like, and there might be an inclination to say, let's sit this one out. I'm not going to go. It's a lot of hassle or whatever. So it obviously meant a great deal for them to be there. And then as I looked at some of these people and I did some of the calculus, and this artist was really big in like the 70s. And I started doing the math on how old these people probably were, and I thought probably for many of them, this is their last concert. Not just a few, probably a good number, because they probably don't go to more than one concert a year, maybe, mm-hmm. and that might be a stretch. That might even be a stretch, right? I'm betting a few of these people probably didn't have a year left, mm-hmm. right? Who knows? No, we don't know. I don't. Maybe I don't have a year left, right? Nobody knows, right? And I think that's kind of my point. As I started to think about that this would be the last time, perhaps, that some of these people would ever go to a concert. So I better be good. I need to do a good job tonight. Mm-hmm. It might be the last time I mix a concert. Nobody really knows. Yeah. The thing is that every time we do something, it could be the last time we do that thing. And everything that we do, there will be a last time that we do it. And we don't really know when that time will be. And we could live another 20 years, but still have done that thing the last time 20 years ago, right?
True.
So every time could be the last time. We don't really know when that's going to be. So anyway, I really thought about that. I thought, not was it a privilege to work for a Grammy winner and someone who has such musical greatness, but what a privilege it is to bring that experience to people who put forth so much effort and care to come, and possibly for the last time, to see this artist or any artist. So I really felt, I think, inspired by that. And at the end of the night, this performer is a woman, and her husband came by, and he said, I just want to tell you, he said, your mix tonight was superb. And I thought that meant a lot too, from somebody who's in the Grand Ole Opry and the Country Music Hall of Fame and a Grammy winner. I thought that they've, and their son is an audio engineer. I thought, well, that means a lot that they would say that. But as I said in my Facebook post, I also knew that I didn't do it for her. I mean, sure, I want to do a good job. She's the boss, right? But I thought, no, I did it for these people whose names will never be engraved anywhere. And it felt really good to just have done that, and then shut down the console and move on, right? Just to kind of, I guess in a way, I kind of did it for me. And so my TED Talk is, whether it's a wedding or karaoke night or trivia or whatever you're doing, it could be somebody's last time.
Very much so.
And even if it's not the last time, it could be a meaningful time. What we do as an industry gives people a break. It gives them an escape, a chance to get away from the noise. And gosh knows we've had plenty of that over the last year and a half. So do it as though it's your last time, and do it for them, and do it for you.
And eat the ice cream.
Oh, absolutely. my last time will be on my deathbed. I'll be pulling the oxygen mask off to shove in ice cream. Like, listen, if I'm going out with the ice cream.
I need the ice cream.